Hi, this is a short video about Badges.community, a place for people interested in open badges to come together in a community of practice. We're interested in thinking differently in an effort to keep badges weird. We're going to talk about two things today. So badge.wiki and also the Keep Badges Weird community. So let's go to the community first of all. When you go to the community, there's a feed of all of the things which are happening at the moment in terms of announcements, and the one which is pinned to the top is a welcome. So you can see when the next community call and the next Badge Wiki barn raising calls are. We'll come back to that in a moment. If you click on getting some background, you'll find more about open recognition and why we believe badges can change the world. And you'll also find a little bit about value cycles and about how this community issues badges as part of that. You can find out how you can do some self-study, and there's more links there which will help you. The second link, learning how to get started, you can see the ways in which you can introduce yourselves to the Keep Badges Weird community, as well as some courses and activities which you can get involved with. So the next thing to do is to have a look at discussions. And in discussions, the one which is right at the top is introductions. And as you can see, lots of people have introduced themselves so far, over 300 people. And what we ask people to do is to say a little bit about why they're here in the community, and also a little weird tidbit of fact about yourself. And some people have done a great job here. So for example, Jorge has said, the weird tidbit about me, I remember numbers due to their colours. It's just a nice way in which we can introduce ourselves to one another. So feel free to introduce yourself there. Now, once you've done that, you can have a look at the other discussions, which are here on the Keep Badges Weird community. Everything from reports, which we're sharing information about, some stuff about upcoming events, other kind of ideas that people want to have a discussion about. And also you can start your own discussions by just clicking that new button, and you can start a discussion about anything related to keeping badges weird. The next thing to have a look at are the courses on offer. Now, these are ones which you can do at any time. The first one is Badge Curious. If you're new to open badges and you want to get started, you can click on there and you can go through some information, and you can get a badge for completing that course after it's been reviewed by one of our moderators. There's also one for communities of practice, so you can find out more about that as well. And if you want to build your own badge, if you want to create your own for any particular situation, you can find out how to do that in the Build a Badge course as well. You can access these at any time. There's no cohorts to that. The next thing to have a look at is resources. If you scroll down to Community FAQ, you can see that there's a video which this video will replace there, introducing what's going on in the community. And also you can see the badges that you can earn as being part of this community. Some of them are actually stealth badges, so there's more badges than this as well. So some badges are issued not because you do a thing that you're conscious of doing, but rather something which we've got some criteria for, like helping people out, which you can be awarded by stealth. The next thing to have a look at, if we go back to the Keep Badges Weird community, is we said that we'd come back to this community call and barn raising. If you click here for the community call, what you'll see is that there's a link on Luma, and on Luma there's a way in which you can sign up to that community call, and the same for the Badge Wiki barn raising. So you can be notified every time that they happen, and they happen monthly. So every 2 weeks there's some kind of community call related to Keep Badges Weird. Now, if we go back to badges.community, then what we'll find is a link to Badge Wiki. And you can go directly to Badge Wiki by going just to badge.wiki. And this is a knowledge base for the Open Badges community. So on badge.wiki, there's some information on how to get started with badges, lots of information of all different kinds of things, hundreds and hundreds of pages on here. Now, if you have a look at the left-hand sidebar, this will help scaffold you a little bit. So there's ways in which you can look at the frequently asked questions and how to contribute, which we'll come back to in a moment. Some information on what are badges and how you get started with them, a list of all different types of badging platforms, and lots of different information. So let's click on the contributing to this wiki button, and you can see here how you might get an account on here. So we do approve requests rather than just letting anyone to stop spam. and to protect this knowledge base. But it shows you how to do that, and also the fact that you can earn badges, as you might have seen before, for editing Badge.wiki, as either as an author or as a fairy, someone who adds pictures, colors, style, and structure, or as a gardener, someone who kind of prunes and tidies and generally nurtures the wiki. And we meet together every month to do that synchronously, but also people are editing this in their own time as well. So there are lots of things you can do. And if you're interested in doing that, you can click on the Things to Do button and you can go into these pages. Some of these don't exist. So if it's red, then you click on that and it won't exist as a page, and you can go ahead and create that from scratch. But other ones already exist, and you might want to make that a little bit better. For example, effective practices here. You can make these better, and it's a wiki, so you can add things, change things, however you want. So these are the things which we talk about when we meet on a monthly basis. So that is Badge.wiki, and also the Keep Badges Weird community. And we would encourage you to have a look at those, get involved, join in, and contribute to the community and also to Badge.wiki as a knowledge base. Cheers for now.